Guys, welcome to this Train Sim World 2 Rolling Stock Showcase. People really liked the first one for some reason, so I'm going to do another. This time we're covering high-speed trains. So we've got this one, the Ice 3. This is the 3M from Schnell, Vater, Köln, Aachen, which is where we are now. We are at Aachen. We've got the Javelin there in the distance, which really pushes on the term high-speed train, considering it's only 140 miles per hour. And then over here we have the TGV duplex, and for some reason Class 66, which is meant to move, but it doesn't appear to be doing so. So we'll see how that turns out. So let's start with the Ice 3. It's a long unit. They are, let's count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 coaches long, and then you'll find them connected up to each other to make 16 coach consist, which is a lot, and that's got a lot of capacity, and would probably be longer than every platform in the UK. Anyway, let's open the front door. This is a passenger door, of course. There are no cab doors. There you go. I've turned the volume down since the last episode because you could barely hear me, my horrible monotone voice, in the first video. So hopefully you'll still be able to hear the train there. So we sit in the cab seat, and you've got your usual controls. You've got your AFB, which is on. You've got your reverse throttle, independent brake. You've got your door control, and it's the nice, I don't know what to say, switch, dial. Of course, nothing appears to be happening, and that's probably because I haven't put the reverser in. I don't know what that voice means. I'm going to ignore it. Yeah, I agree. Close both sides. Oh no, okay, it did open. That's annoying. So over here we've got this lovely little control desk. Not control desk, you know, panel of buttons to press. So you've got this one. Now this window is a window, as you can tell. And if we do press this button, it turns opaque. It's one of those clever types of glass that when an electrical current is applied to it, it goes opaque. The Class 777s, yeah, for the Merseyrail, they have this, but it's less cool because you can't see out in front of them, because when a driver puts the master key in, it goes opaque automatically, because ASLEF and RNT don't like anybody having any fun. Anyway, let me try. Oh, cab air conditioning. Lovely. You can get the loud noise, make it completely freezing in the cab. Of course, we can't tell because this is a game. When you've got your uncouple button and your coupler hatch button for, strangely, the rear. So if I go, boop, boop, there you are. See, it's open. Unfortunately, I think to actually turn it off, to actually close it, I'll need to go to the back, and I can't be bothered to do that, so we'll just have to live with it. But here, ooh, hidden cabinet. And you've got your safety systems, isolations. You've got CIFA, obviously, Pisa B, obviously, LZB, obviously, because it's a fast train, and I believe, yeah, that's it. And of course the battery. The funny thing with German signalling systems is that I have no idea how they work, so I never use them. And therefore, if I drive this later on in the episode, which I will be doing, I won't be using the German safety system because I have no idea how they work and I don't care about them. Which is a great way to get around learning how to use them. I'm trying to figure out how to turn on the lights. Oh no, it's in here. Yes, so the train management system, I don't know if that's the right term to use for it, works, which is very cool. And I believe it's 5 and 5 again. Yes. So as you can see, the lights are now on. That 66 isn't moving. And it doesn't. And it has barely any wagons. Anyway, if we go here, no, it's all in German, of course. So I've got no idea what any of this actually means. You've also got your AFB, and I believe the way it works is that you could pick the speed to go to, and then V Sol for BBB, that one. That is what you put on the handle. And AFB aus presumably means off. But I'll go to X out of that. There are some other things you can do here. It doesn't actually work, or at least don't think so yet. But these are your different power systems, because of course the 3M is an international train. And you've got quite a few things here. That I don't think you'd actually use on the LGV route, which is disappointing. Then you go your other things. I'm not going to show you everything because I can't be bothered. And anyway, now it's time for a walkthrough. So obviously in first class here, you can sit down and you can see out of the front. You can't see everything out of the front, but it'll be pretty cool if you're there. And of course you've got your 2 seats on this side and your 1 seat on this side. But of course, if you're actually going to be travelling on these trains, aim for these seats. Aim for these ones. They haven't got a table, but you do get a lovely view. Now go through here. We've got more first class. 2+1 configuration. You get, oh, that's a tight corner. And then here, you've got something quite quirky for a train nowadays. Compartments. So, if you want to get killed without anybody being able to see you, here you are. There are your compartments. Now I'm going to keep going through the train. We've got more compartments here. These passenger information systems, they do work, sort of. Of course, the passenger information system in London to Brighton is vastly improved. So hopefully, these features will be put onto the other trains. So now we're in the buffet car. Don't know whether that's the right term to use. You've got these nice seats. They're in the 2+1 configuration, but I believe they are... No, okay, I can't stand up. But I believe these are the standard class seats. You've got your bar here. Of course, it's closed because COVID. You've got your bum seats. I don't know if that's the right term to use. And then here you've got this desk, and I don't know what this is for. Maybe it's a information desk or something. I don't know. There's a version of this train that comes with Munich to Augsburg, which is the normalised 3. So it's quite different inside, not completely different. And I believe it's got a secret guards compartment, but I don't have that yet, so I can't tell. And here, for some reason, it's saying coach class, which is a bit ironic. This is the accessible area. You can tell because the seats are really uncomfortable. And into standard class, full standard class, with your 2+2 seating. And if I open the door, the tinted window was interesting. Crikey, that's a sure. If we go to the end, the other end of the standard class end of the train also has the glass window, but it's a little bit different. It's a 2+2 configuration, seems a bit cramped, but of course that means you get 4 seats at the front of the train to look out of, so maybe you have a better chance of having that elusive view out of the back. Okay, one thing I forgot to do with the Ice 3, so this is why there's the awkward jump cut, is the horn. So, quite loud and high pitch for the high tone, and then the slightly depressing low tone. And obviously there's the awful Trains in World 2 mixing that makes it sound like there's 4 different tones. Anyway, next up is the Class 395. So this is unironically the slowest high-speed train here, with a top speed of 140 miles per hour. But you do get a dedicated cab door. And if you mind the enormous gap, I mean, crikey, look at that. No wonder these aren't used in Germany. You will find a cab. It's a lot more messy than the Ice 3. But you've got your controls. Obviously, I can't sit in the seat. But you've got your master key, reverser, power brake handle. You don't have an independent brake in this. You've got a barely working train management system. You've got your headlights, which I'm going to leave off. You've got your fan mode, which does absolutely nothing. So I'll see if you get different sounds, but apparently not. You've got your desk light, which doesn't work, of course. I don't know, I might because the master key's not in, I don't know. Yeah, probably. You've got your doors, but obviously that doesn't work. Actually no, I think I can do it. Shut up. There you are. Okay. And up here we have got the Tvm430 Display. So this is a signalling system used on high speed 1 and the LGV routes that goes on. These trains can both run on the same routes. So you can drive this on LGV and you can drive that on high speed 1. They work mostly as intended. You've got your KVB, which I don't think works or has any use. You've got your line vault displays. The pantograph, I don't think it's up. Anyway, so we've got a horn. And I think now it's time to have a look. Actually, no, we've still got these. These are your isolation switches for Tvm430, KVB, and over here, although strangely they seem to work anyway, even without you turning them on. DSD, AWS, DRA, isolation. I don't know why you'd want to isolate anyway, since it's not always on, but it's there. You've got your front coupling hatch, which I'm not going to show you because it's boring, but it's nothing interesting. Anyway, back to business. This is the interior, very flat and washed out, because trains in World has got ambient occlusion by default, but it is very well put together. It is realistic. It's quite real. Well, I mean, the real things are quite a bit dirtier and tattier, but it's accurate mostly. You've got your luggage rack here, completely useless, but there they are. These trains don't have first class or a buffet. They are literally just commuter trains that go fast. And you've got unusually for a high-speed train, doors at the quarters, and they're 20-metre coaches, like an Electrostar. These are very strange high-speed trains in general. I find you've got your sable toilet, but of course because Dovetail hate us, you can't go in it, which is disappointing. These seats, you can't sit in them, obviously, because they don't like us. You get the lovely door sound, which I do like a lot, and the slightly less nice door closing sound. But that is the 395. Well, naturally, I forgot to record the horn, so let's do that now. So, bar the horrible Trains in World 2 mixing, the horn sounds are nice. I don't know if they're realistic or not, but they sound all right. And now let's hear them from the interior. Yep, It's a horn. That's all I can say about it. Moving on. Now, if you ignore the Class 66 in the background, this is the last train here. Finally we can get in. For some reason I can't get in from this side. And we get into this lovely, luxurious lobby. There's this bit down the power cart, which you can't go down, obviously. Open the door, and into the cab you are. It's nice and quiet in here. So this is a very simple cab. I say simple, it's French, which means you've got no idea what any of this does. You've got your circuit breaker, rearm circuit breaker, all of these things which are to do with power systems, master switch. Then once that's turned on, you've got your different power modes. Then you've got your different pantograph modes. Let me turn on the desk light. There you are. And then you put the reverse into forwards, and then here you've got the driving mode handle, which is something unique, seemingly, to these trains and French trains in general. These give you several options of how the train is driven. So, couple and uncouple. I don't actually use this, but this is presumably for slow speed movements. Then you've got manual control, which is just your usual control method, and then, like your AFB, you've got selected speed, which uses this handle here, not this one, that one, and you can select the top speed, let's say 260, put the throttle into full, and it will go to that speed and stay at it as closely as it can. Of course, it's quite glitchy in Train Simulator. For example, if you're travelling at 250 and the selector's at 260, when you change it down to 240, it will go down, then go up, then go down again, or something like that. It's strange and it doesn't work properly, but it works mostly, which is fine. You've got your backup brake. Don't know what this is for. Presumably just a brake is for backup. Then you've got your train brake, and this is a PWM brake, a bit like that Class 66 over there. So it's in. So you put into apply, then you put into running, which keeps it where it is. You know, the notification on my phone. But you put into release to get rid of it, and then there's the emergency brake, obviously. Something that I really like about this train is the little lights you can have here, which are quite pretty. They're like twinkling lights in the long tunnels. And you've got your corridor lights as well, and your climate control, which makes a sound, da, da, da. And it's a nice sound. I like having background sounds. I like white noise. You've got your wiper switch, and then this 0 and 1 switch changes the side, so it's a single white feature, which is quite nice. You've got your gauge lights, which turn on there. And you've got your brake hold switch, which I believe is used during the brake test. And that keeps the brake enabled while you do other things. But you've got the brake neutral switch, no idea what that does, and I've got no idea, well, I do know what the overcharge switch does, but I just never have had to use it. And then you've got your passenger buttons. They probably won't work because the master key's not in. And then finally, back here, you have safety isolation switches. So you've got your TVM, you've got your batteries, crocodile, which I believe is sort of like your DSD or your CFA, KVB, and just some more isolation switches. BACMA, I don't know what BACMA does. You've got your compressor, which is for brakes. It's all just the usual stuff. Oh lovely, my battery's low. And if we go out, we can have a look in the interior, the passenger interior. Now in Train Simulator, not Train Sim World, there are two TGVs. There used to be the Réseau as well, which was love that sound. The Réseau, which is the older type of TGV, it was removed from sale because of how utterly crap it was made in Train Simulator. I mean, the modelling was beautiful and the texturing was beautiful, but it had some pretty bad glitches with how it drove. But I still want to get it because I love the TGV Rezo. So this is, as you can tell, a double-decker unit, and this is first class, the very French first class, might I say so. So obviously you can sit here, have absolutely no headroom at all, but you're over the top floor. That said, I actually prefer the lower floor because I love the little wood panels here, sort of warm and comforting, and you get slightly more headroom, I find. And of course, since I've never gone on a TGV, I'll probably never go on one in first class, I'll never be able to tell you which level is better. So if we keep going through, we'll find ourselves at the buffet car. These seats here are little inward facing seats. You can't sit in the Train Simulator, of course, because potato. And finally, the buffet car. Ooh. Now this doesn't actually have a lower level, it's all top floor. So if you're disabled, tough cookies. And you've got these seats here, which I think would be quite nice to sit in as the world goes by at 186 or 200 miles per hour. These doors, no sound whatsoever. They go right through all of these, but not the buffet car ones, which I don't understand. You've got these seats here, and I've got no idea why there's a cage around them. Maybe it's where they keep the rowdy people, I don't know. Maybe it's where Nigel Farage sits. Anyway, you've got your standard class seats, which I'm told are horrifically uncomfortable. Naturally, you can't sit in these ones. Oh no, you can, but apparently you can't do it the way you should be able to. And you've got the nice panels on the side, like the lower level first class. And of course, these are also down here. And again, I think the lower side is nicer. Quite chic and comforting and warm, which are words I never think I'd say in a sentence together, describing a train. Now you've got these indicators, which is the coach number. I don't know whether it works. This is coach 7. Let me try the next coach. Yes, it does. I don't know whether it's dynamic or not. It could just be a texture. In fact, considering how the light is reflecting on it, I think it is texture. But either way, it's a nice train inside. Probably nice to travel in first class, not so much in standard class. And with the door open and closing, we can say goodbye to this video of the 3 different high-speed trains. And it's ready for Classic 6, which never did what I wanted it to do, as in be an AI train that leaves the platform. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. You probably haven't, and you're probably not watching it, but if you have, thank you very much. Hopefully I'll see you in another video. Ta-ra! I hate myself for saying that, I'm so sorry. Okay, again, I forgot to do the horn, so I'll do it now. Interior. I don't know whether you heard that alright, but oh, there's one of my custom liveries. I do apologise. Let's do it from the outside so you should hear it. So that's a very powerful French horn. They always have these really loud horns. I do like it. It sounds very nice. The mixing leaves room to be desired. Leaves room to be desired. I don't even know if that's the correct term, but I'm gonna stick with it because I don't know any better. Anyway, you're having a sneak peek of my livery for the TGV. It's awful. Well, I mean, everybody hates it, but I like it, which is all that counts. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. I mean, you probably haven't, but I'm uploading it anyway. I'm Dumotron, I'm working for British Radio Locos. Hopefully this gets uploaded on the same day or before the London to Brighton stream, but if it is, please watch the London to Brighton stream, join us, enjoy the show. Hopefully we'll enjoy the route. I mean, I know more about the route than he does, so I've got some spicy details to tell him about the release on consoles. But either way, enjoy the video, enjoy this video, and enjoy the live stream if you watch it. Good night.